Hello, welcome to Spirituality and Science channel. This is Raj Joshi. We're talking about Bhagavad Gita, and the topic particularly we're exploring is Bhagavad Gita is a book of nutrition, and today's specific insight that we're talking about is that eating with hands and enjoying with five senses. So a lot of people say what does Bhagavad Gita say about that? How to eat? So what we are telling you here is that Hindus always believe that when you eat food, you should enjoy it with all five senses: the touch, taste, smell, seeing, hearing. And that is why eating with hands is very important. Since ancient times, Hindus have believed that eating food with hands feeds not only our body, but also our mind and also our soul. Unfortunately, without knowing the science behind, some consider eating food with one's hand, it to be unhygienic, ill-mannered and primitive. Every Hindu family has an ancient tradition where everyone first wash their mouth and their hands before and after eating, because that's what Ayurveda recommends. So eating with hand is not dirty. So eating is supposed to be the sensory experience where it said it evokes emotion. So there is a myth that, another myth out there, that food has to be really tasty to satisfy our five senses. Not really. Gita says you can enjoy the same food, right, when all the sense organs are present. So in most cases, people eat food in a big rush. Gita says pay attention to what you are eating. Pay attention to it. Because if you enjoy food with five senses, you really it goes into your body, mind and soul, and that's where it helps you to develop control of mind. So what exactly Gita says in here is that yat karoshi yat asnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat karosu mat arpanam. So this particular verse of Gita, again we're tracking each verse in Bhagavad Gita, pinpointing to exact number, that this is where the knowledge is coming from. This is not just another channel where you're just talking about just mythical things. These are exact quotes. So whatever you do, what it's simply saying is whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, everything what you do where in the process of eating food, basically, O son of Kunti, Krishna is saying to Arjun, that do them in a way that you're offering to me, to Lord Krishna. What that's simply saying, that with a full devotion, full attention, that's what you're doing. So there is another thing, right, about eating with hands. When we eat with our hands, that there's a sloka. Simply we say, Karagre vaste Lakshmihi, Kar madhye Saraswati, Kar mule sthito Brahma, Prabhate kar darshanam. So what exactly this sloka, sometimes the word Brahma people use Govindas, Kar mule te Govinde, Prabhate kar darshanam. So what exactly the sloka saying? At the tip of my hand, basically, the tip of my hand is Goddess Lakshmi. Remember, we give money like that. So may Goddess Lakshmi sit there. And when I'm basically at the middle of my finger, Kar madhye Saraswati, because I hold my pen like this, right? So it sits right in the middle. So Kar madhye Saraswati. And Kar mule, the base of hand, the Govindam, the ultimate Govinda, the Krishna, the Vishnu, they sit there. And Prabhate kar darshanam. In morning, the first thing, if you get out of your bed, that's what my father used to say to me, that the first thing you do is you look up your hand like this and you look at it, and then you recite this sloka, Karagre vaste Lakshmi, Kar madhye Saraswati, Kar mule Govinde, Prabhate kar darshanam, and you just do like this. So eating with hand is pure. And why should we do it? Now, every finger, basically the tradition of eating with hand goes back to Vedic period, very ancient time. It originates with the Ayurveda teaching that made people aware of energy present in our hands. Our hands are not just, they're just the feet are the conduit of the Panch Mahabhutas, basically the five elements of the nature that constitute this body. Each finger represents something. Like for example, thumb represents the Agni, the fire, which helps in digestion. The forefinger represents the Vayu or the air. The middle finger represents the Akas or the space. And the ring finger represents the Prithvi or the earth. And the little finger represents Jal or water. So Hindus have always believed that when you eat food when you eat with these all five senses, touch, taste, smell, seeing, hearing, that you are in a way developing some level of control over your sense organs as well, same time, and control of mind. And then what happens when you dive down into food with your bare hands? The five elements are invited, straight away kicked in. And what they do, they invite Jataragni in the stomach, and the fire comes out, and the stomach, bring forth the digestive juices. So before even food is gone inside the stomach, your stomach becomes ready for taking them in. And the person becomes more conscious of the taste, texture, aroma of the food. And that adds the pleasure of the things. With this, we conclude this short video on Book of Nutrition of Bhagavad Gita. Tune into our next few videos on the same topic. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.